females! So welcome back to Faithful on Friday. For the first case for this week, we are going back to Florida, specifically Tarpon Springs, Florida. So unlike the title may suggest, this is not actually a mass shooting. We actually only have one victim in this case, but of course, once you find out the reason why our victim in this case died, you will see why I have covered it. You can definitely give me your thoughts down below, because I definitely have my thoughts. If you heard this case, you know anybody involved in the case, as always, just let me know. And so with that being said, I'm just going to quit my rambling and get right into the case. So Arunya was born actually in Thailand. So she's an immigrant of Thailand on May 10th, 1968. Her mother would apparently abandon the family when Arunya was like 4, leaving her and her siblings to be raised by the grandmother. Doesn't specify whether it's her mom's mom or dad's mom, but essentially they're being raised by a grandmother. I can imagine that she had some not so good feelings about this, because apparently she had tried to attempt suicide by hanging, but the rope had broke, so she survived. Apparently she needed corrective heart surgery for some reason at 23, so she came over to the United States for that, and I guess she liked it better than Thailand, so she decided to stay over here and legally become a citizen. And then she meets this guy by the name of Tom, who apparently they're working together at one point. They would eventually become neighbors, and then they wound up getting married. So then they both leave this electric store where apparently Tom was actually her boss. They both start working at a Publix, which essentially is like a grocery store in like certain areas, but they're working at different locations. So I guess like there's no conflict of interest because like they're married, right? I don't know Publix policy on that. That's just my assumption. And so one of the coworkers that she had at her location was this guy by the name of Gregory Janowski. Essentially, he was born in 1969. He was a father of 3 and a husband. So apparently, he would start bullying Arunya on random stuff, mostly like her race, because again, she is from Thailand, so she is Asian. And so apparently, it gets to the point to where Arunya would actually come home and cry to Tom about it every single day. So then, on the fateful day of March 30th, 2010, Arunya would apparently get fired from the job because Gregory saw that she was working off the clock. Because apparently, she would come in and clean for a bit off the clock, which there's nothing wrong with cleaning, of course. Apparently, she was doing it off the clock, which obviously is against company policy because like, you're not getting paid for it. And which I guess she must really like her job to be willing to be cleaning like off the clock. And so essentially, she gets fired for it. She apparently even threatened him. So obviously, since she's fired, she has to like leave the store. So she goes home, grabs her gun, comes back, sees Gregory in his car. So I guess he was on lunch break or whatever. Didn't specify. And she proceeds to shoot him 4 times. Obviously, that proceeds to kill him. Obviously, again, this is open place in Florida. And even though Tarpon Springs doesn't have that big of a population, you can imagine there were people in the parking lot that heard and probably saw the shooting go down. So, of course, they're fleeing from the scene. Police gets called. I imagine there will be multiple calls. The police department was actually only a block away, so they showed up pretty quickly, luckily. When they showed up, Arunya was actually in the process of trying to kill a coworker and, I guess, the manager that fired her. But like I said, police being a block away, they were able to get there in time. She wanted getting shot herself after she had shot at them first, and then she gets arrested. And then essentially she gets charged with murder because Gregory had died by this point, 2 counts of attempted murder for trying to take out the coworker and the manager, and 2 counts of assault. So then her friend's lawyer pretty much did what a lot of people do and pretty much tried to plead insanity because, Greg was over here bullying her and she wasn't mentally sound at the time of the murders happened. And then, of course, obviously it didn't work. She gets sentenced to life, and Greg's family would eventually try to sue Publix, understandably. And it doesn't say at least publicly what they want. So they won, let me know. Because that suit was apparently filed like shortly after he died, and this happened back in 2010. So if you know, that'd be great. So yeah, that was the case of Arunya Rouch, a supermarket slaughter, like the title says. Like I said, if you knew Arunya, if you knew Gregory, if you know how the family's doing now, because remember he has a father of 3 kids and was married. So if you know how that family's doing, how his parents are doing, because I imagine they're probably still hurting almost 15 years later. Just definitely let me know what your thoughts down below. Obviously, the way she reacted was a little overreacting. What would you have done in a situation? Just let me know your thoughts down below. I cover failed females 3 times a week. Subscribe for more failed females. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.